So today I want to talk about pole and pole dancing, pole fitness. I've only been doing it for about a year, but it's probably the most fun, addictive, challenging workout and dance expression that I've ever done in my life. It's really, really, really cool. So if you have a chance to take an intro or a beginner pole dancing class or anything like that in your area, I really encourage you to go do it, because you think, oh, that's not something I would ever do, or you think, oh, that might be, too tough for me, or, I don't have the right body type. But actually, it is for everybody, men, women, all body types. Try it out. You might really like it. You might surprise yourself. So today I want to specifically talk about my routine of how I get warmed up, some basic pole moves that I really enjoy. The warm up and the moves I've learned by taking pole dancing classes in my local area. So it's not something that I just made up. This is actually like stuff that we do in class. It's really, really important to warm up properly, because your muscles, they'll just perform better after being warmed up. And that's why I like to wear, a top that's easily, I can take it off easily. On top of my pole dancing clothes, kind of keeps your muscles a little bit warmer in the beginning as you warm up is really helpful, I find, to warm up my muscles faster. And also I'm wearing some nice long pants today that are really soft. I usually take these off once I actually start climbing the pole, because you need that skin contact in order to climb the pole. But for warm up, this is kind of what I like to wear. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the things that I like to do. It's really important to warm up properly. Warm up every single time, even if you're gonna be on the pole for only 5 minutes. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is to do the neck and the shoulders first. So we're gonna start by doing some shoulder rolls, which is you bring your shoulders up to your ears and then press them back and press the shoulder blades back and down, and then again forward. So you roll from forward to back in one direction. Do at least 8 to 10 rolls in one direction, and then reverse. Really engage the shoulder blades when you're pressing them down and back. Like, imagine your shoulder blades pressing together down and back. That's about 8. Okay, and then we reverse. So now this is, we roll inward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To also do some neck rolls. So you want to go look down, chin to chest, look left, back, right, chin to chest, and repeat 8 to 10 times in one direction before reversing. And then working your way to maybe a more moderate, but still, relaxed pace, because it's important that your neck that you're not like scrunching up and, when you're doing these, because that kind of defeats the purpose. This is another great shoulder warm up. Arms on your shoulders, on the tops of your shoulders, and try to meet your elbows in front of your face. Go up, back. Okay, then you reverse the direction. Okay, and then you can do some arm swings just to loosen things up. You can do these in any order, really, but I just like to start from the head and then work my way downward in the warm-up. And then I like to do little circles for the shoulders. So keep your arms engaged, but shoulders down. Keep them down. Arm circles. Do small ones for 10 counts. Then go to medium-sized circles. Then larger circles. And then reverse, you can do large circles. Reverse in the other direction. And then medium. And then small. We're gonna go to our hands and knees, and we're gonna do some cat-cows. This tabletop position, right? Neutral spine. And then we're gonna look forward. This is our cow. And you wanna open up your chest forward, let your stomach sink down, kind of this nice curve in the back. Inhale. Exhale, go the opposite direction. Try to have your belly button meet the back of your spine, and really arch your back and kind of arch your shoulders apart, kind of visualize them moving apart just a little bit, and then repeat. Inhale, exhale. I like to wake up the hips a little here, just move it side to side at your own pace, and then you can start incorporating that movement into the cat-cow position. And I like to go back into this child's pose. And then forward, arch your back, belly to your back. Belly, chest to the floor. And butt up. First, lead with your booty. Up, slide back to child's pose, and arch. Pelvis, stomach, chest in that order. So this is really good to wake up the entire spine and also get your shoulders engaged and your arms. And it's also a nice kind of sensual movement that you might see in just a dance as well. So, okay. Now we're gonna go onto our butts. And you're in a sitting position, kind of legs splayed just a little bit, not too far, just wherever you're comfortable. We're going to do some side reaches. So let's go to the right. Hold to one side, grab 10 counts, kind of stretch to whatever's comfortable for you. Then the other. And we're going to go front. Try to keep your back straight at first. Go as far as you can with your back straight. Feel that stretch. Go down, if you can, a little further, and you may curve your back now to see how that feels. Remember to breathe. Come back up. Okay, now we're gonna do some fan kicks on the floor. Come to one hip. So we're gonna start with coming to our right hip. Bend your right leg, And put your other leg over, so you're kind of like in this position where your one leg is bent, one leg is straight, and you're kind of stacked over on one hip. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring one leg over, splay in the middle, go to the other side. Splay, go to the other side. Go to the other side. This is it's a nice little leg and ab workout at the same time. You can also do this on your elbows if it's more comfortable. You know, on one elbow as you're moving to the other. Okay. All right, now we're going to do, from this position, we're going to take the legs here, both legs together to one side, and you're going to do this for about 10 counts. This really engages the core and your lower abs. Okay, I'm going to move to the other side. Same thing on the other side. Okay, we're going to open then. You're going to pull this top leg here towards your face. So little pulses towards your face. Keep your legs straight throughout all of this if you can, as straight as you can. Okay, we're going to do 8 pulses. 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. Now we're going to do bottom leg pulses to your face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. See, I'm getting hot already. All right, this side again, top leg pulse. Bottom. Oh. So that was good. Now I'm warm and sweaty. Now we're gonna go into some leg stretches and some really nice kind of openers for the hips. So what I like to do is start in a cobra position. So you come down here, go up, try not to smash all your weight in your wrists, try to use your back, pull your chest, use your back to arch up so you're not just like this, you know, you're really engaging your back and your core to pull yourself into this position. Squeeze your butt, that really helps also. And then down. Let's do another one. And we're going to go into plank. Hold a nice plank for about 10 seconds. Downward dog. Downward dog I do every day. Here and there throughout the day. It's a really great stretch. Pedal your feet. Okay, we're going to raise one leg up. The other will be grounded. And try to keep your hips straight. I'm going to pulse this up leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to open the hip. So that means opening your hip, turning your leg, and then kick your butt. Okay. Now we're gonna pull this leg up, touch your knee to your chest, bring it in and up, put it down into a pigeon pose. pigeon pose, you want to try to keep your hips square to the front as much as you can. That's comfortable for you. And then fingertips kind of back here toward around your knee area. Then we're gonna go lean forward, come to your elbows. Okay, come back up. Put your toes to the floor, push up so that you're raised for a little bit. Really engage this leg and push your heel back and engage the leg, squeeze your butt. Okay, put your knee down, foot down. Now you're going to bend this leg. You can do this part if you want. Sometimes it's, if you're really tight in this area, it can be pretty much impossible sometimes, but bend this leg, try to grab it with your arm. Be very careful. If this is painful, don't do it. You can work your way up to this. And then try to kick with this leg, kick back. Sometimes when I kick, I feel a pain. It's not really sharp, it's kind of like a tugging pain in my kneecap. So if that happens to you, don't kick. So just be very careful about that. So try to kick your leg back to your hand if that's comfortable for 10 seconds. And then release the kick and try to pull your leg in a little bit more. So now you should be able to pull it in just a little bit more. Pull your leg in a little bit more. Okay, and then slowly release with control. We're going to go back up into a plank. And downward dog. Other leg, other side. Lift it up. Pulse. Open the hip. Kick your butt. Bring your knee up and over into your chest. Try to touch it with your nose. And down into pigeon. Down into your forearms. Stretch it out here. Okay, back up. Put your toes to the mat. Engage the leg. Push your heel back. Squeeze your butt. Put your knee down, leg down, foot down. Now, bend your foot. Try to reach it with your hand. Same side. And kick your foot into your hand if that's comfortable for 10 seconds. Okay, release the kick. Now you should be able to pull your leg a little bit closer. Okay, release that. Very good. And we're going to do our runners. We're going to do this kind of lunge. So you can start from the floor, do a lunge, a regular lunge. You can go up on your leg if that's comfortable for you. Down. And then this I couldn't do the first few times I tried it, but what you want to do is you want to open your foot out, put your knee down, your other knee down, and then try to get on your forearms. This is, I think, the lizard pose. You may be here, which is totally fine, right? Or you may be here on one forearm, or you may be on both. So, to this pose. Now we're gonna do this stretch. So shift a little bit, but your leg should still be pretty straight here. Shift a little bit, your hips should be facing forward. Stretch this leg, you're gonna, with a straight back, so. Then I want you to windshield wiper your feet, but try to engage your hip in the process to turn from left to right. Okay. We're going to switch feet and do that all over again on the other side. Lunge. Okay. Lizard pose. And then back. Stretch with a, keep your back straight if you can. Then windshield wiper your feet, engage your hip in the process to turn left to right and right to left. Okay. Now, we're going to do some side lunges. So, make sure your knee is off of the floor. So, come through the middle, go to the other side. My knee is off the floor. You can flex your foot, you can point it, whatever you prefer. Okay, then we're gonna come to the middle, straighten out your legs a little bit. You can have a micro bend in the knee if you'd like. Have a flat back. Look behind you if you can. Heel toe your legs in. Okay, then slowly curl up. Okay, so that was the yoga floor stretching part of my warm-up. Now let's take it to the pole. I have a small apartment, so this room is kind of small. Apologies for the depth of field. I don't know, it's very close. I feel like the camera can still get everything, but it's kind of close. So we'll see how this goes. There's some warm-ups on the pole that I like to do as well, which involve grabbing the pole. You want to be a little bit further back, a little bit behind the pole like this. Okay. On your tippy toes, legs comfortably spread. Grab the pole and do a forward fold, but holding onto the pole. So then you can really stretch out your back. Then you want to move your butt from side to side, from left to right. So shift from your left leg to the right leg. Okay, come back up slowly. And I like to do a squat. So again, and sink down into a squat. Open your feet out a little bit, outwards. And you want to move from side to side, opening your feet, rolling on the edge of your foot gently to kind of open your hips and your legs. Okay. Then roll up slowly. All right. Other conditioning exercises that you can also call warm-ups. So these are pole crunches, and you probably have seen them online, elsewhere, in other videos, or you've done them in your pole class. But they're really, really good for just general conditioning. How do you do pole crunches? Stand in front of the pole, one hip in front of the pole, like this, and then wrap your arm around, pull in your armpit. This inside arm, the one closest to the pole, and that's wrapped around the pole, goes around ear height, I like to say. And then the other arm goes on top of that hand. You can keep some distance between them, just a little bit, but not up here, because that'll make it super hard to pull yourself up into a crunch. So keep them kind of close together, distance-wise. Then you want to squeeze the pole to your body. Okay, so that means bringing the elbows in, squeezing the pole against your body, and pulling the pole down at the same time. And then you want to engage your core and your stomach to lift your legs up into a crunch, lift your legs up into your chest, okay? So it looks like this. Squeeze, engage, lift, down. Okay? Then remember to do the other side. Conditioning is for both sides. Very important. These are always a workout for me. We're going to do some floor pole conditioning. What you want to do is get a mat or something that you can lay on that's comfortable. Put it in the middle, with the pole in the middle of the mat, lengthwise, because you're going to be laying down. We're going to go on our backs, and you want to be about an inch, or like at least an inch, or a couple inches away, with your head away from the pole. Okay, so you don't want to be up against the pole, that's too close. Your arms gripping the pole behind you. I like to do cup grip, but you can also cup grip as in all fingers on one side, like so. Or you can grip it with your thumbs down, whichever is more comfortable for you. And you want your elbows kind of gripping in this bent, like an L shape bend when you're gripping the pole. Pull it's kind of like a reverse crunch almost, right? You want your back flat on the ground. And then pull your legs up, engage your abs to pull your legs up. At the same time, you're pulling the pole, right? You're pulling the pole towards you. Pull your legs up. And then splay. When you get to a point that you feel comfortable at the top, splay, put them back together, roll your legs down. So do that a few times. I would say 5 or 6 times. 8 times would be great. I have to change my top because this part of my top, there's like a big knot. It's digging into my back when I'm laying on my back doing things. No bueno. But anyway, that's a really great conditioning for the abs and lower abs, specifically engaging and lifting your legs and going into the splay and coming back. So definitely do that a few times. Some basic spins. So you might hear these referred to by different names depending on where you train or what studio you're dancing at. The first one that really basic is step around. So you want your inside arm, which is the one closest to the pole, to grab the pole. Very important, every time you grab the pole, you want to engage your shoulders. So really engage your arm, engage your shoulder, make sure your shoulder is down. That's how you know it's engaged, if your shoulder is pulling downward and you're pulling the pole and you can feel that downward pull. Okay, so inside arm, gripping the pole, engaging the shoulder. You want to step around with your outside leg As you step around, you can grab the pole with your other arm, kind of, chest height. So step around with your outside leg, and then come around with the other leg. So again, it's like step. And you can see I'm kind of sinking into it when I step, when I'm turning in the step, I kind of sink into it. That just gives it more momentum so you can get around the pole, and it's just prettier kind of shape that your body is creating. Right, so again, it's step around the pole, come up. And you want to try the other side as well. Inside arm engaged, outside leg, step around the pole, come up. Again. Okay. Take that to the next step by not touching the floor. So what you want to do is engage, grab. When you come to step around, kind of just let your feet float around the pole when you're turning, right? Don't actually step down when you're stepping in. Just kind of let your feet flow. Use the momentum of your body as you sink into the turn. And keep your feet a little bit off the ground, let them float as you turn. So that's kind of the next step in that move. This move is really great going into a back hook. So next thing I'm going to show you, and this can be combined together to look really pretty. So back hook is, so you're here, you're stepping through. The back hook starts with the outside leg actually swings you around, continues your spin, swings your body momentum around, and then your inside leg is the one that hooks onto the pole. So it's like, so it's like this. Let's go from stepping around, outside leg swings, inside leg hooks. So that's your standard back hook. When you're hooking, the contact point is the back of your knee, really in that knee pit, like that we hook. And for a back hook, you want to be able to squeeze that pole and kick your butt at the same time. So if you're trying to kick your butt, you'll have that better engagement in the back of your knee to squeeze the pole. Another thing that I really enjoy is the stag spin, so another basic spin. And so what you do is inside arm grabs, outside leg comes around. It's kind of like a carousel, it's called the stag because your legs are, staggered. So outside leg comes in, your ankle hooks around the pole. So it's like outside leg comes in on your spin and your ankle kind of hooks around the pole. Okay? And then the inside leg is staggered like this. So the inside leg isn't touching the pole. It's just kind of trailing behind. Okay, so again, it looks like this. Outside leg, ankle to pole, inside leg actually trails behind you and have it bent. Other side, it looks like this. Okay. So those are two really easy, basic spins, and I think they're really pretty.